Hey guys, we are going to do something totally new today, something we've never ever done in kindergarten. Now, you know how sometimes when you try something new, the first time you do it, you're not very good at it? Maybe not even the second time, but the more you practice, the better you get. So today when we do this activity and when you do your work that's in your work packet, you might not get it. And that's okay, because this is just the first time and you're just learning. So don't worry if you don't get it this time. We'll be practicing this a lot so that you will get better at it. Now if you notice, up on my board, I have an equation. But it looks a little different than most of the equations we've done so far, because that is not a plus sign. That's something new called a minus sign. And instead of adding like the plus sign tells us to do, the minus sign tells us to do something called subtract. Oh my. We know that when we add, we take two small numbers, we put them together, and it makes a big number. But subtracting is the opposite of that. It tells us to take a big number and break it into two parts that are smaller. So here's my big number. It tells me to start with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it wants me to minus 3 of them. It wants me to break off 3 of them from the group of 7. Now, I can't really break them in a picture, but I can show that I want to get rid of them by putting an X on them. So I'm going to start with my 7 gifts, and I'm going to subtract 3 of them by Xing out 3. 1, 2, 3. And if I get rid of those 3, how many do I have left? 4. That is my answer. 7 minus 3 is going to leave me with 4. That's what subtraction is all about. A big number that got broken down into 2 little numbers. Let's try another one. This time, I'm starting with the big number of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it wants me to subtract 1. I'm going to cross out that 1 to show that I don't want it anymore. And it's going to leave me with 4. 5 minus 1 equals 4. There's my big number, and I broke it into 2 smaller numbers. Here's another one. Don't let this one trick you. It tells me to start with 3. 1, 2, 3. And it wants me to minus all 3 of them. It wants me to break off all 3 of them. And if I get rid of all 3 of them, how many are left? None. And we know that the number 0 is the number for none. So 3 minus all 3 equals 0. I'll bet you're kind of getting the hang of it, aren't you? Let's try this one. It wants us to start with the big number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it wants us to minus 5 of them. So we're going to break off, cross out 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that leaves me with just 1. 6 minus 5 of them equals 1. I took the big number 6, broke it into 2 little numbers, 5 and 1. Now I want you to try to work on that on your own. In your work packet, you have a page that looks like this. Lots of gifts, and the equation is right next to it. Start with that big number that shows how many gifts are there, and then cross out how many it wants you to minus. Count how many are left, and that's what goes in the line as your answer. Okay? Give it a shot. And remember, if you're not that good at it this time, that's okay. We're going to keep practicing and you will get better at it. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.